So recently I've been taking old episodes and re-editing key moments in them into YouTube Shorts. For those of you who don't know, YouTube Shorts are minute-long segments that, well, it's their way of to, I guess, compete with TikTok and the generation with no attention span. We've got a whole new influx of subscribers just because of the Shorts. And if you are one of those people, welcome. It's a lot of videos to check out. I hope you do. One of the videos, the Flintstones Surprise at Dinosaur Peak Find at Game Exchange, actually went kind of viral, over 1 million views. It was pretty crazy actually. The video got spread around to outside of the retro gaming community, which means you get a lot of people leaving comments that, let's say they run the gamut, makes you think a lot of things. And I thought it'd be a really fun thing to kind of go over some of those comments. And of course, you're going to get the people who say, well, you should never respond to the haters. Well, to that I say, this video has been brought to you by Squarespace. So if you guys enjoy this video, please leave a like, comment, and all that good stuff. Let us know, because we got tons of material to work with, and I'll bring some of the other guys in and we can maybe actually do more of these. Anyway, got my handy dandy phone here, and I'm going to read some comments. Deep dive. First up, we have the big exclusive. And he says, I'm sorry, I'm going to assume genders here. That is not how pricing works. It is only worth $1,400 if somebody is willing to pay for it. Laugh till you cry emoji. You're right. So good thing people are willing to pay $1,400 for Flintstones. Hey, I'm not happy that the price on games go that high. It keeps me from buying a lot of stuff that I would like to have. But it is what it is, and people do pay that for that game because it's supply and demand. Right? Now open the, now open the case and prove the insides are the originals and not aftermarket. Game Exchange usually does, so chances of the cartridge being fake are pretty high. Well, this was 10 years ago. It wasn't much cart faking back then. Besides, Game Exchange isn't going to do that. I don't know what you're thinking, but Game Exchange isn't going to do that. I mean, there's a lot of game stores that will do some shady things, but I don't think Game Exchange, maybe I'm wrong, I could not imagine Game Exchange doing that. Not only that, you got a fake and expensive cart, why would you sell it for $5? You're going to put it behind the case and sell it for what it's worth. Vladimir says, they definitely copied the game and made a quick $5 on you. Again, if they faked the game, they would charge more than $5. It's gonna cost more than $5 in effort to print a new label out and put the new label on what is it, RC Pro-Am or whatever game they put a fake label on was probably already worth $5 anyway. VMAX says, I don't know about that. Okay. The NES had slight differences between carts they redistributed. I don't know where you're going with that. Flintstones is selling as high as $1,800 and as low as $31. It's more likely the cheaper one. That would make more sense for the price. Okay, first of all, I don't know what the hell you're talking about with slight cart differences between Are you just trying to make sense in your head about a price discrepancy? More than likely what you're seeing are repro carts, which means that they're fake and they were not made by Taito, which produced the original ones. No, there were not different versions of the official Flintstones game. This one was the real one. Kevin Land, we got, even though it's sold for that much, imagine how hard it is to find another person that wants the Flintstones from 1995. Well, I don't think the game was released in 1995. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. That is the most difficult part. I mean, as we said earlier, something is only worth what somebody's willing to pay for it. But the fact that it has actually sold for that much means that there are people, and multiple people, who are willing to pay that much. And so that's not that hard. I could sell the game right now for like $1,000 easily, and somebody would pay it and not even think twice about it. So look, again, I hope that's a cat outside my window because it sounds like a demon. Again, I'm not happy that the prices of all this stuff has just skyrocketed the way it has. There's tons and tons of physical cards out there I wish I could still get, but simply just cannot afford and will not pay that much. I'm not one of those people who will pay that much, but they are out there and they do exist. This is certified we're scumbags who will go in and rip people off. A moment as my guy checks the prices on his effing phone. Well, two things here. First, Jay was not checking the prices on his phone. It was a collector's app. So we had the app at the time. I don't have it anymore. He still does. But you have so many games, you keep track of your collection. Second of all, how the hell is it ripping somebody off if you find a game that's, or anything, like anything, you go to the store and they're having a sale or something is marked below what all the other stores sell it for, then somehow you're ripping them off if you realize that and you buy it? You're telling me if there was something at a store and it was cheaper than anywhere else, you would just be like, I can't buy that because I would be ripping them off. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. Doreen Miller says he knew he was working that shelf. Was he just like, anyway, he swooped in under, okay, so I guess you're assuming, all right. I swooped in under him and got the game, not a very good friend. Okay, well, let me tell you something, Doreen. That is dumb. Nobody can lay claim to a shelf. I can't just walk into a store and say, hey, this entire shelf, that's mine, back off. That's not how it works. Dylan says, holy crap, I forgot about the Game Chasers. Haven't watched y'all in like 10 years. All right, so we got another one here. Doodads and gadgets. I worked at Game Exchange, and this does not happen ever. Well, it did. It's actually impossible unless that particular Game Exchange made up their own prices for the games on the spot. I mean, I don't know how they do things there. There's a database where all these games are checked in and evaluated. Yes, I do know that because I was told that. I have had 2 of those in my store back between 2015 and 2017, and both times they came in, got a call from corporate telling us to put the games in the safe, and somebody from corporate came and picked them up, usually for their private collectors. Well, gee, I wonder why. 2015 and 2017, we found the game in 2011. Why do you think they were so adamant about not letting that happen again? Because this happened. You were late to the party. If you'd been there earlier, maybe you would have been part of the shenanigans. Joseph says, I wonder how many times he's going to have to blow into the game or push it to the side and click it to get it out to where to be fair, probably quite a few. And I have, because I've actually played the game. All right, so we've got Really Rayo, and he says, ha 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 ha. I was with the owner setting up a new store when this happened. Happened. I guess he meant happened. I know who sold it and everything, crazy. All right, so yeah, we have a former employee who was around at that time, if he's being honest. Zanto, I went to Game Exchange recently. I was like a kid in a candy shop. I haven't been in one of those in literal decades. I noticed they had quite a bit of rare stuff in there, but it was out of my price range and I had no interest in buying it. I was just amazed to see something I hadn't seen in person before. I like that. That's cool. That's cool because, being in this environment and constantly being saturated with it, it's hard to imagine that there are still tons of people out there that haven't even touched or looked or even thought about a lot of this stuff in quite some time. And so when I go up to a game room and it's like not old hat, but something I'm just accustomed to, there are people that can walk into a game store and just absolutely be amazed because it's things they haven't seen or experienced in a very long time. So there's still people out there, and I think a lot of those people actually came in on that video that we put out on the Flintstones. Tons of people. I did see other comments, and people come in and leave comments on new videos after seeing that video on just random videos on the channel saying, yeah, I remember this, I remember that, it's cool. And so that's cool. We're doing some community outreach here and reaching people who actually haven't gotten that nostalgia bug yet. And I don't know, I think it's kind of cool. So excellent. Before I get to the last comment here, I just want to remind everyone, yes, this video has been brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is an awesome set of tools that'll help you build and personalize your own website. Squarespace has a next generation website design system called Fluid Engine. You don't have to have experience in web design. You can build an amazing, professional, and creative looking website through Squarespace's Fluid Engine. And if you have merch, they make it so easy for you. All you have to do is just design your merch, and then they handle everything like production, inventory, and shipping. And trust me, shipping is a pain. And they have amazing analytics to help you grow your business. They show you where the visits and the sales are coming from so you can build a great marketing strategy. Go to squarespace.com to start your free trial. And then when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/gamechasers to get 10% off your first website or domain. Do it. Oh, I'm afraid that the deflector shields will be quite operational when your friends arrive. The Aztecs. So this is why shops like this close down. They don't know what they have until they sell it away for cheap. See, I disagree with that. I disagree with that. What would have happened if that Flintstones game had not just blown up in price? Nothing would have changed. It's not like the store would have went under, because the price of that one particular game just didn't skyrocket. As long as you're consistent with your prices, you treat people good, and you have people coming back to the store, you'll do fine. And Game Exchange has done fine. I mean, this was 10 years ago. They didn't go out of business because they sold one game under value. You don't have to charge the premium, for the prices just because the market's gone up on certain things. It's not like you have to be top dollar at everything. But, what do I know about running a game store? Not jack. Hey, thanks everyone for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, just a little bit of supplemental video content while we wait for the next Game Chasers episode, Toy Chasers episode, which we have shot and I am editing up, so it won't be too much longer, so don't worry about that. And hey, if you're new, if you actually are a new subscriber who have come in on one of these shorts that we've been doing, or for any reason, let me know below. Leave a comment. Do you realize what you've gotten yourself into? Do you not? Again, I want to say welcome. Got a lot of content. In fact, I'll put some links here. There will probably be like a playlist or something like that you can go check out. I got a little thing in my throat. I'm not redoing any of that